Montagraph is a public figure who came to me, tried to goad me into talking by saying a bunch of bullshit. And then I responded. And everything I responded was based on either reasonable belief in the truth, a joke, a clearly obvious joke, and also opinion. So we got a whole bunch of shit going. I will be covering my lawsuit against the retard very soon. That full coverage is coming. I'm trying to decide how to do it specifically, if I'm going to just do it all on my channel, or if I'll do like the bulk of the coverage on locals with some highlight streams or things. Because when things really get going, it might be like a lot, and I don't want to I don't want to just cover me all the time. Although I am a narcissist, so I like that. We'll see. But yes, the ADA has sent me a letter and says that their retard went rogue. They're going to send me a new one, a new retard that I have to cater to and pander to. Even though I already have one still in my locals chat, but my channel's gotten big enough that I need two. So they're going to send me a new one. And I asked for one that just won't drool on the carpet. Like, that's my only request. I'll accommodate them. I'll build ramps that they can fall off of or whatever. It doesn't bother me. But since my one has gone rogue, I will be covering that very soon. Just got to get a couple preliminary things going. And I also have to make sure that all of my coverage will be done specifically within, I mean, this is in my state, in my jurisdiction. It's a case that I'm in. So I do have to be a little bit different about how I talk about things, because now I do have fucking weird ethical obligations. I don't think they involve calling someone a retard, though, do they? I guess we'll find out next time on Rekieta Law Z. But as soon as I get like everything ready for that, I'll announce it. I'm gonna make a big hubbub about it. I'm trying really hard to avoid a GoFundMe on it, but tomorrow I wire out the retainer. So depending on how things go, I might do one. I really don't want to. I would love to find a different way to monetize it than to do the standard GoFundMe. Okay? I don't. I want people to get something. I want people to get something for their participation. And so I would like to do it in a different way. I don't know if that's going to be like exclusives on locals or like something else. I don't know. I'm going to try and figure it out. But I don't want to keep people in the dark. I'm very much in favor of doing everything in the open. I told my attorney today, I said, you realize I'm going to cover this publicly, right? He said, I'd have it no other way. He knows I'm going to do it, but I have to do it right. I have to do it fucking carefully. Like, that's what I have to do. So, aren't you representing yourself? No, I'm not an idiot. Jesus Christ. No, I today retained officially Mark Randazza in the Randazza legal group to represent me. If I'm going to be represented in a First Amendment case, I'm going to hire probably the best firm in the country to handle it. So, yeah. Who's representing Monty? Actually, so who's representing Monty is a firm here in my town called Schneider Madsen Law Firm. I know both of them a little bit. Have not worked opposite them much at all. Had one case that was against them, but ended up firing that client before we got too far into it. But no, they're two decent chaps. I don't think that defamation litigation is their specialty. I don't think they've ever dealt with a case like this. Waste of everyone's time? Yeah, that's Monty's point. To waste time and my money. mostly. That's the idea. Because, well, he's a pile of trash. And Monty is making a calculated investment. Monty thinks that by suing me, he can raise his profile and get people to watch his show. So he says, I'll pay X amount of dollars to enter into this lawsuit. And then there we go. I'm guessing he sees it as a cost of business. It's not super expensive to get someone to file a document. It's all the other shit that starts to cost a lot of money. Baldo Gagger, my suspicion is that they took a fee to file a document, or not to file, to serve a document, draft up and serve a document, and basically said if they can negotiate out a solution, they will. And if it's going to go to litigation, that they would have a separate agreement that would cover their litigation costs and set up different expectations. But basically, if they can negotiate some nominal settlement to make this thing go away, that they would do that, that they would get some fee off of that, and then Montagraph would get his victory or whatever. Little do you know, I'm not going to do that. But again, Monty has this huge problem of what damage. And more importantly, what damage has Montagraph suffered in Minnesota? His Minnesota choice kind of looks like a forum shop because he's not suing in federal court. He's suing in Minnesota state court. Minnesota state court, what damage does Montagraph have in Minnesota? He's not in Minnesota. He doesn't have clients in Minnesota. Does he even have a job? Like, what does he do? Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. There's all sorts of possibilities. And again, once we have a plan in place and get things going, I'll be covering all of it. You're surprised that my lawyer didn't advise me to shut the fuck up instead of acknowledging that you're going to talk about it? Oh, no. See, some lawyers, now there's certain things he won't want me to talk about, right? Certain things that I might not be able to say. But some lawyers understand a social media platform and the importance of not going silent. I don't think Randazza would have taken the case if he was going to tell me to shut up. I don't think, again, I just don't think that he would think that I would do that. So, I mean, this is a case about speech made in public to an audience involving a public figure, Montagraph being the public figure. Does Randazza know me? Yeah, he does. I called one of his partner attorneys a nasty word one time when I was drinking. Oh, I still kind of feel bad about that. Kind of.